When we have an idea, it takes time for that idea to percolate. And I think of ideas like the plants in my garden. You plant a seed and then you water it and you give it sunlight and you give it fertilizer. But more important, you give it time to grow to become one of these wonderful bamboos or some of these other amazing trees that are now in my garden, which was once just a cow pasture. There was nothing here. But all of this is a result of persistence. Bamboo knows what they want to be. All plant knows what they want to be, and they persist in becoming what they're going to be. And we as human beings are like that as well. We are nothing but an idea with a vision to what we could achieve. And I think of people like Sally Ride. Sally set out to be a tennis player, but she was a good tennis player, but she didn't enjoy the game. And then one day she saw an ad in the newspaper that NASA had opened up their program, the astronaut program, and they were looking for women to join the program. And she knew she was good at science. She knew she was good at mathematics. And so she was persistent in how shall she get into the NASA program. That's not an easy program, but she got there and she became an astronaut and paved the way for so many other women also to become astronauts. Mae Jemison, who I got to meet and spend a bit of time with in Brazil, is another of these women astronauts who were persistent in becoming successful. But I also remember a young man, Omar Bailey, who showed up at one of my keynotes with his design books. He was doing a workshop and he wanted me to see his design books. And he showed me these drawings of shoes, sneakers, and he couldn't afford to buy any of them. And so he ended up drawing, designing, and finding a way to make them. He did not finish university because he did not have the finances, but he got internships at some of the top shoe manufacturers, Nike, Adidas, and he worked through the internship program and eventually got a job, and he went on to work with various brands and various subsidiaries of these big houses. And he ended up designing shoes that celebrities wore on the red carpet. But Omar didn't just stop there. He hung onto that dream of he wanted to be one of the best shoe designers. And I remember often sitting with him and hearing his frustrations, but he hung in there. He kept trying to find how does he go to the next level? How does he become better at what he does? He had a vision. He traveled to Haiti. He traveled to China. He traveled to other parts of the world. He went to even teach in the Netherlands. Anything around the world of shoes and design and manufacturing. And now today, Omar has his own factory in Los Angeles. And he's also designed his factory around being environmental, around how does he incorporate the earth that his shoes will walk upon. Persistence. To race a yacht around the world also took persistence. I had to first become a sailor. I then had to become a good racing sailor. I then ended up designing and building a boat. I had to cross an ocean, which takes time. I had to gain more and more experience. And then eventually, I was able to race solo around the world, 27,000 miles. That was not an instant success. It took me 18 years. There are so many people who give up, who say it's too hard, it can't be done, don't try. Why do you think you're going to be special? Do not let anybody be your dream killer. But find a way. If you truly believe in something, if you're truly committed to something, find a way to be successful by being tenacious, by being persistent, and building that great team who's going to help carry you in some of those difficult days. Because there will be difficult and dark days, like the storms did impact me, equipment did fail, but I never gave up. Omar never gave up. Sally Ride never gave up. Don't you give up.